Hi, it's Jeff here from discoverdouble-bass.com. Thanks for checking out another one of my video lessons, and if you want more, you know where to go to. Go and visit the website straight after this lesson. Well, today we're going to be taking a look at vibrato and how you can add it into your playing. It's pretty straightforward, but there are a few little things that may help you on your way. So let's get stuck in and look at the detail. One of the most common things that I'm emailed about is vibrato. And it's one of these aspects of your playing that once you get the technique right, you don't even think about. So it wasn't something that I'd thought much about teaching, but it does take a little bit of effort to get the process right. Now, one of the key things that you have to remember is that you're very, very relaxed in your arm and your hand. And the other thing is that the fingers that you're not using to play the note actually raise away from the string. So this is the opposite of what we do normally when we're just playing the notes without vibrato. We just leave them down on the string. And I'm trying to keep the fingers as close to the string as possible. I started doing vibrato without realizing. So when I'm doing the vibrato, the other fingers, it's okay to lift them away. Now, all the time, I'm trying to be really relaxed, as I said, and pull back with the arm weight. And the motion is a turn of the wrist. So it's kind of like this motion here. And if I just do this really slow, the slower you do it, the slower it sounds in terms of the waveform. So that's quite slow. Ooh-ah, ooh-ah. But if I speed it up, that's what you tend to hear. And what's interesting with vibrato is that really good instrumentalists and really good singers who use vibrato, which is what we should be aspiring to be more like, this vocal quality, they're altering the speed of the vibrato a lot. And they may also pitch the note really accurately and then add the vibrato in. Now, another thing that's really important is when you're practicing scales, try not to get into the habit of constantly adding vibrato unnecessarily. So don't sort of practice your B flat major scale. You should be practicing completely without vibrato, completely dry. But as we're practicing the technique itself, you've got to think about turning, releasing, and lifting the fingers away as necessary. Let's have a really quick look at this turn here, because one thing that does change is the angle of the finger on the string as you move higher up the fingerboard. So further down, you can see this is more like a normal position where I'm kind of in line with the string. But as I move up, my fingers naturally start to curve more. And if you look at my first finger now, it's not flat like that, and it's not straight like that. It's somewhere in the middle. Do you see what I mean? So it's not completely lined up like this, because that would be very hard to do, but it's also not like that. And as you move up the bass, it becomes more apparent. So in thumb position, it's the same. You have to lift the fingers away. Make sure your elbow's lifted up so you can transfer the weight. And then turn the finger. Now, what I'm not doing personally is actually moving the finger up and down the string in very small movements like this. Now, I might do that if I was doing really exaggerated vibrato with the left hand rotating movement that I was doing earlier. But personally, I just tend to rotate rotate the wrist, the hand, and that turns the finger. But you can hear the difference in pitch is quite dramatic. Just make sure that notes that you play have a centered sound and that you're not using vibrato to cover up for problems with intonation. So as I said previously, it's great to play the note, let it sound, and then add the vibrato in to add colour. And don't forget to alter your speed to alter the quality of the vibrato. Well, a great way of practicing vibrato is to use the bow. And that's because you'll be able to keep the note constant while you alter the speed of the vibrato in your left hand. So maybe you want to start off with quite a dry sound with no vibrato. Adding it in, taking it away, no vibrato. And as you're playing higher, you might want to increase the speed of the vibrato. I often find that playing a really wide vibrato when you're playing pits works well in the low end. So it's certainly, I think that slower kind of growl really suits the double bass, and you might want to experiment with the speed and the width of your vibrato, how far across the string you're moving, to try and get different colours from your bass. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the lesson. It was just a really quick one, but spend some time to make sure that you're really getting that relaxed feeling in your shoulder and your arm, and that you're not unnecessarily adding in vibrato when you shouldn't be. Look at the quality of how you can use it to improve your lines, and it will really help your playing. So I hope that's helped. Don't forget to press like if it has and if you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next Discover Double Bass video lesson.